nigga get freaky like Ziki. Cowboys. We touchdown or nothing, you know we not punting. We them boys. It's 31, they out, we the American team. Fuck all the 31, they out, we the American dream. We them boys.
Call me Star Boy, but you can call me Star Lord. Hit you so hard that all you see is stars, boy. Now you screaming, oh Lord. All I see is stars. Look at his wrist, look at his chest, look at his grip, look at his fist. Stars, stars, stars. And I rep it the meanest. Swear to God I'm the cleanest. Cause I got my Pumas on, custom jersey on, got them stars on. Yeah, they call me Hood Rich Superstar, Oak Cliff Jerry Jones. I go and roll like Jason Witten without his helmet on. Oh, I can eat up the competition like Zeke. That's 21 Savage, savage. I put them threads on, they call me Cold Billy. Yeah, I drip that sauce, had them haters lost. Hey,
I call that best nigga get freaky like Ziki. Cowboys. We touchdown or nothing, you know we not punting. We them boys. It's 31, they out, we the American team. Fuck all the 31, they out, we the American dream. I call that best nigga get freaky like Ziki. Cowboys. We touchdown or nothing, you know we not punting. We them boys. It's 31, they out, we the American team. Fuck all the 31, they out, we the American dream.
Blue white stars gotta win, win, win. Hard hitters in the game, hard hitters on the bench, hard hitters tailgating with a cowboy set. Throw a fist in the air if you trying to represent. We bout to run through them Beagles, we bout to run through them binds. I think we ate up some skins. I'm calling up Jerry Jones, tell him we need some new clients. I think they think that we lying, we think we not even trying. It's just straight for the birds, that's why them Eagles ain't flying. That's when the hunger get worse, touchdown a mill to them Giants. Field goal a point from the line, take the whole team on the dime. I think they deep in the blind, yeah, we them boys, dancing like D every time.
I call that best nigga get freaky like Ziki. Cowboys. We touchdown or nothing, you know we not punting. We them boys. It's 31, they out, we the American team. Fuck all the 31, they out, we the American dream. I call that best nigga get freaky like Ziki. Cowboys. We touchdown or nothing, you know we not punting. We them boys. It's 31, they out, we the American team. Fuck all the 31, they out, we the American dream. We them boys.
Block game wrong. Man, I can't stand them bots and them scam pages. Get up on the comments talking about bless your cash app with $2,400. Put your cash app up there. That's the quickest way to get blocked here, y'all. What's good, y'all? It's game day. It's Supporter Saturdays, baby. We got a big show today. Rise and shine, baby. Where you at, Cowboy fans? Time to wake up. I know you hearing the notifications go on. This just in. Cowboys play the Chargers tonight, 7 p.m. on the West Coast. You know the best coast, so let's get some shout outs, man. Let's see who's rolling with me today, baby. I appreciate everybody tapping in here. We got a full show today. We're going to be talking about Rally Saturdays today, man. Rally days, y'all. Are you headed to a home game this season? I know some of my supporters are already put all of the information in my secret supporter group. We're going to be talking about rally days here today. So if you're headed to your first game this season, you've never been to AT&T Stadium before, you come in on a Friday, you know, take, for example, 9/11, the game Sunday night, you might fly out Monday. Well, on Saturday, they got this little thing called Rally Days, and we're going to hit you to it here. I'm going to show y'all some information about it. I've already placed all of the information in my secret supporter group. So good morning, supporters. You know, it's the best part of waking up. I've been back in the lab since 7 a.m. this morning, getting everything ready for you guys to put up today. But that's what we're going to be talking about is Rally Days. And we got some Supporter Saturday stuff to do. So get your stars together, baby. I got some stuff to give away. We got a star goal here today of 2,200 stars. That's right. Did you know that we're 2,200? Let me take that back. We're 22 days away. That's right, baby. We are a GOAT. We're going to be talking about the GOAT here too today as well. They did a study on the GOAT, y'all. There was a study and an analysis done on the GOAT from all of the Dallas Cowboys, and the GOAT was the favorite Cowboy or the top Cowboy of all time. So we're going to be talking about that study that WFAA put out. We're going to go over that a little bit. Well, welcome everybody to the show, y'all. Y'all know the drill. Tap in. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. It's your boy, BG, the Cowboys Unified. We are live on Supporter Saturdays here. We're game day. preseason against the Chargers. So shout out to all my Cowboy cousins out there on the West Coast. Boots on ground. Y'all gonna be out there at the tailgate today. I know y'all gonna be up there in the suites. We're gonna be looking forward to it. And oh, by the way, if you're on Instagram, do me a favor. Follow me on Instagram at Official America's Team. When I was there at SoFi Stadium, when all my Cowboy cousins took over last year in the regular season, y'all forget, right? You know, how to properly go to a stadium and take it over on the road. That's right. Me and my Cowboy cousins, we did that. Make sure you go to Official America's Team at Official America's Team on Instagram and check out the stories there. I got a bunch of behind the scenes footage of my trip to LA there. Plays from inside the stadium. I mean, we even had a Tony Pollard score. Would you believe that? Y'all make sure and go over there and check it out right now. We got a reel we just put up. Tony Pollard and Zeke on the field at the same time. I love it, y'all. Where y'all at? Y'all tap in with your boy. Good morning, Mike. How we doing? Green Badges tapping in. Where all my Green Badges at, baby? Let's go. Get them shares in. Time to clock in. It's 10:36 on the West Coast, baby. We got some stuff to talk about. I got a couple folks. Well, I know at least I got one folk that's going to join me today. We're eventually going to be up on here. But I want to highlight a creator here today, the Dallas Cowboy fan base. Shout out to my man, West Coast Cowboy. He donated these hats here to the show. I'd like to give one of these away today. So if you ride with West Coast Cowboy, if you ride with the content over here, get your stars, baby. Because not only do we have that, I got a little bag with something in here too for those top star givers here today. So make sure you go to fb.com and load up on your stars. You know, you got to have them shades, baby. You got to have them certified NFL licensed Dallas Cowboy shades, baby, to block them haters out this season. So this is going to be one of the prizes here today. Top star giver here is going to walk away with these shades and your favorite West Coast Cowboy hat to go with it. Let's check in with everybody. What up, Domingo? I see you, Green Day, just checking in. We couldn't have a show without a Facebook user. Good morning. We appreciate you checking in, Facebook user. Make sure you go register with StreamYard. They would like to put a face with a name here as we get kicked off this morning. Wake up, y'all. Get the sleep out of your eye, baby. See whose notification this is and why. We're on Supporter Saturday today. We got my man Starboy Luke in the background, as you can hear. So shout out to all my creators out there that use StreamYard. You can upload MP4s, play their music, upload your own music. All my creators out there who use StreamYard. We're going to pick up all that background noise. We got Starboy from the DFW Hard Hitters chimed in the background. So shout out to all the DFW Hard Hitters out there locked in. It's going to be going down, baby. But we're on Supporter Saturday here today. And shout out to our new supporters that signed up. Shout out to Tony, shout out to Joy. As you can see, we're on the quest for the 6. We're looking for 4 more spots on this broadcast today. Shout out to Tony and shout out to Joy. We're going to have a 1 in 6 chance of winning what's in this pack. We've had multiple NFL license prizes given away in these packs. Let me reach my goal today, 150 supporters. Get that green badge, baby. And let's clock in. Let's get these bills paid. Let's get some shout outs. He's rolling with us. Let me reach my goal of 150. You'll be competing for that big ass wreath that's back there. Once we get to 150, we're going to give that to one of our supporters away this holiday season. Imagine having that big ass wreath on your door all year round as a Cowboys fan. Let everybody know in your neighborhood who your team is, right? And then load up at stars, like we said, stars we got out there. We got a couple of prizes here. Shout out to all the stars. I'm going to give a star report here in a minute. Top star givers here for the month. We got a Dez Bryant autograph. Benny Hamlin here. Got a Drew Pearson autograph jersey here. This is for a top prize giver, top star giver here for the month of August. So shout out to King Sharon, who's won 2 months consecutive. And somebody come knock my man off. Brian Lewis, is going to be you, baby. Good morning. How we doing? Appreciate you tapping in. All the green badges tapping in. Y'all know the deal. Get on the wakeboard. Let's go, baby. We about to talk about this Supporter Saturday. Are you going in to your first home game this year? Well, I'm going to tell you about a program I went through called Rally Days with the Dallas Cowboys. And on Saturdays, you get to tour the stadium, you get to tour the locker room, you get to get down on the field. It's sponsored by SeatGeek. So if you're headed to a home game this season, make sure you take a look at SeatGeek. You can get the Rally Day tickets there. I think $25 and $45 are the difference in prices there. You got a tour you can take that's guided, one that's non-guided. So make sure you check that out on Saturday. This is every Saturday, every home game. I'll just give you a quick peek of it right quick. I took my boys there. if you're taking your kids like I did this year, I got to take my sons back there and show them, man, what the media room is looking like. So if you're just tapping in here today, baby, we're talking about rally days. We're on Supporter Saturdays. I wanted to talk about rally days because of what you can do if you're coming into a weekend game like a 9/11 game. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, especially if you come in on a Friday, right? But that's the media room right there. And basically in that media room, y'all see all of the post-game interviews. That's right behind the Miller Lite Club, downstairs, where the Cowboys are running in and out of the stadium here. Every home game. So every home game on rally days, you can check it out, baby. You can go down there, tour behind, get in the locker room, get into the media room. Locker room was a lot of fun too as well. There's my sons there. We got the pose right there at Ezekiel Elliott's locker. Shout out to Zeke, baby. We see you running this morning. Where all the supporters at, baby? Where all the green badges? Yo, come on, man. It's game day, and I don't see nobody up in y'all's church close. Where y'all at, baby? I know we just talking about practice, but we on the West Coast out there today, baby. So I need all my West Coast Dallas Cowboy fans to check in this morning. What you got going on today for the game? As we talk about rally days here this morning. King Sharon's checking in here right there. We see you, King Sharon. You definitely got to check out rally days. It's a plus. So think about it. You fly in on a Friday. There's going to be things going on Friday. That's why you need to make sure you turn on your notifications here so you can stay plugged in with all the events that are going on. On Saturdays, you got rally days. Because we have the game on 9/11 at Sunday Night Football, there's going to be tailgates going on all day long. So as we always tell you, make sure you stop over there to Lot 10. You know, my man in the background, you hear Starboy out there. Shout out to Starboy and the VFW hard hitters out there. Make sure y'all stop by Lot 10. See my Cowboy Life family over there. 1, 2, 3. Shout out to Big Val, Hat Plug. But we're talking about these rally days, baby, and we're on Supporter Saturdays. Did y'all know that we're 22 days away? That's right, baby. A GOAT. We're 22 days away, man, from Sunday Night Football. Did you know that? Yeah, baby. That's why you got to follow the GOAT here, baby. We are 22 days out from Sunday Night Football, but we got them Chargers today. And my question going into this week is, the Dallas Cowboys going to remain the most penalized team in the league after week 2 of the preseason? What are you going into week 2 hoping to find out about this team this week as we see a bunch of men trying to make this 53-man roster for this upcoming season? Right on time. I'm going to get my man to clock in here with me. Top of the morning to you, baby. Oh, yeah, you got the right one on.
Top of the morning, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. You know, I'm out here. We talking about rally days, baby. We got them Chargers today. You know, I see a bunch of my Cowboy cousins. They just sleep at the wheel. They still in the bed. They ain't got in the gym yet. And it's game day, man. Can you believe that?
Nah, man. I can't believe that. Shout out to the Avila family out there in Odessa, Texas. Every game day, regular season, preseason, no matter what, I wake up to a family text from them. They're a big Cowboys family out in Odessa, Texas that I knew when I was out there, and they always text me. I got a text this morning from Mr. Avila. Game day, man. It's always good to see, man. So we got, not everybody's asleep.
No, shout out to the Green Badge. You see it out there. Fee's out there said she did the tour twice. That's what I'm talking about. You can always do it twice because you missed something that you may have missed before. My favorite part about it was just getting down on the field. As you guys can see on the Build Different group page here on my profile photo, that was in 2017 when I was down there on the field during rally days. We talk about rally days here on Saturdays. Were you familiar with rally days? You ever heard about rally days, Ron?
I have. I wish I could always be part of it.
Right. We appreciate everybody tapping in here today, especially on all 4 channels. We're live. Actually, 3 channels. It looks like LinkedIn didn't connect. I don't know. LinkedIn's giving me a hard time over here, but we're live on BDG, we're live in 018, we're live on YouTube. I even think we got an Eagles fan tuning in with us today. They like to hang out with smart Cowboy fans. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to all them NFC East teams here, baby. We definitely gonna be talking about some NFC East matters here today, but today we're talking about rally days, man. And I was showing some photos, man, of, you know, me and my sons. We got to go back there for rally days, and you know, there we are with Ezekiel Elliott's locker. Shout out to Zeke, baby. You get to go through a tour of rally days. You get to go behind into the locker room. You get to go walk down there into the Star, the media room that's right there where they do all the interviews post game. You get to go up on the podium and take a photo, get down on the field. It is definitely worth it for $25 for unguided, especially on a Saturday. Like, what else you gonna do on a Saturday in Dallas if you're there for a game? You're gonna spend $25 on an Uber ride trying to go to Walmart.
I tell you what, man, I don't have a story about AT&T Stadium, but me, Eric B, all my guys from Miami, we went out to Irving, Texas for one of I think the first one we ever went to, Washington, Dallas, and we took the $5 tour. And man, I don't know if I've ever had a bigger smile on my face walking into that stadium, just seeing the field and the big Star. And back then it was like we got to go in the locker room and it was, Jay Novacek and, Herschel Walker, just seeing all those names, man, it was beautiful. And I was lucky enough later on to be able to get a couple of seat chair backs from Texas Stadium, the original Texas Stadium. So I've at least got a little bit of memories from that.
You got some memoirs over there, man. You got some ancient artifacts over there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm still dying to get out to AT&T. So.
What up, Dwayne? I see you, baby. Brand new Green Bay supporter right there. So shout out to all the folks supporting the content here, like my man Bob, the Cannabis Cowboy, next to me. We're looking for 4 more brand new supporters here today. Hit that Green Bay supporter content. Help me reach my goal of 150, baby. I'm trying to get boots on ground week 1, man. 9/11, y'all. I gotta reach this goal of 150, baby. If I don't, man, y'all gonna be sitting here looking at me. Help me reach that goal of 150 so you can win that big ass wreath up there.
Man, the tour is amazing, I bet. I can't even, man, just the new one, forget about it, man. All the crazy stuff going on in that. The Irving, Texas Stadium was sort of falling apart when we were there, man. It was, we were due for a new stadium, but man, I would just love to see the new modern tweaks they have at AT&T Stadium. That'd be a beautiful place to tour, man.
Yeah, definitely. Between the locker room, downstairs, the media room, and then getting out on the field, because they'll have a bunch of activities out there for you too. Like SeatGeek really does it up. They've got some competitions out there for you to win prizes. They've got the official photo photographer there at the Star in the middle, so you can get a good professional photo there if you like. I ran up behind it and got my selfie. I wasn't gonna wait in line 50 people deep. So you can get down there, walk around, get a good feel for it. It's an awesome feeling, especially if you are going to AT&T Stadium for your first time, to be able to get down on the field the day before the game and get a feel of what it's like.
You can't get much closer than that to your favorite team, man. You're running on the home field that they run on, man. We didn't, the Texas Stadium tour wasn't quite that organized. Basically, they were like, all right, you all got like a half hour to get on the field. And me and my friends they had footballs out there. So obviously we ran some 3-on-3 and whatnot, which was fun, but it was totally disorganized. But that's what made it a little bit more fun. But just being able to stand on that Star and look at all the names that are around that stadium, man, and just feel like not so much as a viewer anymore, like you feel part of it. And that was really what was amazing about it, man.
Yeah, man. So if you're tuning in right now and you're watching the show, I've seen a few folks have commented here. If you took a tour of the stadium, you'd like to come up on here and you're a green badge, priority for green badges. If you're a green badge on the line here today and you've tapped in on a tour, I'm going to place the link here in the comments. Do me a favor, hit that and join us, baby, and let us know about that as we talk about taking a tour on rally days here for Supporter Saturdays.
Sarah, that was the year we took the tour. That was the exact year we took that tour, actually. So we might have been on the same tour and didn't even know it, man. That's crazy.
The possibility. It happens. And as you can see here, I've got the official site up for AT&T Stadium. If you scroll all the way, for rally days, if you scroll all the way up to the top of these comments here, at the top of the thread, the link for rally days is there. Like I said, I've already done the due diligence for my supporters. Thank you to the over 100. We got 116 supporters to be exact. Thank you, 116 supporters. I need 150, baby. Let's go. Get that green badge. Thank you, 116, for keeping us lit here. All that information is there, but here's where you can go there and check out the difference in packages. As you can see, the types of tickets. You got a guided tour there for $45. and a self-guided for $25.
That's nothing, man.
Look,
They can
that's
charge
cheaper.
100.
That's cheaper than a ticket. That's cheaper than standing room only, baby.
That's actually pretty good, man. If you think about that, let's say self-guided. So that's what I took in '98. That was $5. That's not bad inflation, man. $25 for about 25 years later. That kind of makes sense, huh?
Yeah. And then here's all the dates. Like I said, every home game. So this is on Saturdays before the home game. Rally days. You got all of the dates there. Tickets are on sale now. If you're going at any point this time this year, I would advise you to go get your tickets. If you wait till the last minute, they will sell out and you won't be able to get into rally days. Well, I don't know now, maybe because we don't have that COVID thing going on. That might be a change. So don't quote me on that.
I would love to go there for my birthday. My birthday's the 30th of October. Woo.
Mara said he's having problems with our sound. You got problems with sound? Anybody else got problems with sound? I know you told me to turn my music down, and I did that already.
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay.
Myself, yeah.
And Brandon's asking here, should I take a guided or unguided? I would take the unguided if you're going with a group, because then you can kind of hang out and take photos. They'll wait for you on the guided one, but on the guided one, you got to remember these are timed tours. So, you know, you might get to one part of the tour that you like better than the other and might want to stay there a few minutes. So I took the unguided. Me and my sons, it was $75, $25 a piece. You got to think about that too as well. So it's up to you, but I would take the unguided. That's what I did.
Morris saying it's echoing right now.
Yeah, I seen that comment there too as well. So anybody else tapping in here today, let me know as we talk about the Emmitt Smith. Did you know there was a study done on Emmitt Smith that says he is the greatest Dallas Cowboy of all time?
I didn't know.
Well,
I mean, they probably didn't have to get that far in their study to find that out, but I did not know there was an official study.
No. And you know, I say that kind of lightly because, you know, somebody like you, I know most things I throw out are not going to go right over your head. But when shout out to WFAA out in Dallas. Now, this study that they talked about a few days ago that they post, I'm going to share it here with you. It's got a twist, though. It's got a twist on this analysis. Now, if you take a look at how do publications and media sites get clicks or die trying, well, here's a good way. Just look at this title. And, you know, I don't want to knock WFAA here, but I want to use this as a teaching point when it comes to the media and what they're trying to get us to look at based on who did what kind of what information. If that makes sense. Emmitt Smith is greatest Dallas Cowboy player of all time, right? It says, of all great players in the history of Dallas Cowboys, Emmitt Smith stands above the rest as the best to ever wear the star, according to a new analysis.
Look, man, I don't really know how you can deny that, man. We're talking about a man who broke, Sweetness's record, the leading rusher in the NFL all time. And not to mention, the dude was just a straight up nice guy and did a lot of things, man. A lot of things for the Dallas community. And I don't really know, man. Of course, I voted for Playmaker. That's my man right there from Miami. But I truly know that Emmitt is the leader. He's done more things, I think, physically to win for our team than most people, if not anyone.
Well, this is not what I wanted to get into on did they get it right. We know we got it right in OAT. Shout out to all of the members in OAT, over 21,000 diehard fans. We had hundreds of fans vote on Emmitt Smith as the GOAT of OAT this year. Now, Sean Lee's been a winner here before, and we cranked that back up this year. And Emmitt Smith was nominated by our girl Dallas Diva, big-time Green Badge supporter out here at Green Badge. Nominated, won that. But they did this analysis. And the people that did this analysis, guess who did this analysis, Bob?
Who was it?
A betting site.
Oh, bookies.
So, you know, when it says, you know, Emmitt Smith voted in as the best player per new analysis, right? You got to go back to that title, like I said, right? The average reader would say, wow, what kind of analysis is this, right? Now, for folks that ain't into sports betting, man, they probably wouldn't find that very interesting. Now, I think they got it right, and I wanted to make sure and bring that up to y'all's attention here. But I found it kind of funny that a bookie site is out there creating this kind of content. Now, you think about it, it's actually smart. Why? I mean, fucking Cowboy fans like me and you gonna talk about it here, right?
Right. Right.
Mission complete, you think?
And Emmett made some people a lot of money in fantasy football when he was running the ball.
Yes, he did. As Michael's checking in too, I see Michael commenting here a lot too as well. I'm not sure if you're a Cowboy fan or an Eagles fan, but either way, appreciate your engagement. He says, check his son, keep an eye on him. Yeah, I know his son's been doing big things too out there. So make sure you turn on your notifications here as we move forward. We're going to be talking about the GOAT and all things as we're talking about this study or this analysis by bookies. I mean, this betting site did an analysis that said Emmett is the top Cowboy of all time. Now think about that from a production standpoint when it comes to betting. Where's the connection at, Bob? Am I touching on anything here?
Yeah, they're going to ask a bunch of people who either bet on those games, went back statistically and looked at all the money that was coming in on Dallas Cowboy games to cover spreads. If Emmitt Smith was playing, that 1 year he held out those first couple games, I guarantee you those spreads were much different. So, yeah, he had a massive effect on the money going around the NFL at the time, especially between bookies and all the out-of-football games.
Yep. All right, good deal. We got a star count here. I appreciate everybody throwing stars. You know, I'm on third-party StreamYard, so it's hard for me to get notifications, but I'm in the back on the dashboard now. Thank you for tuning in here today. Like I said, I know West Coast out there wiping that sleep out of his eye, baby. Go on, hit that link, baby. I got your hats up here. We'd like to get you up on here to be able to talk about your hats. I appreciate you donating these. Top star giver here today is going to be able to pick stop the damn run or run the damn ball. Now, shout out to all my veterans. You know, I like to keep it veterans out there. Shout out to my man, Fat Boy. So shout out to Tyson there with the camo. He's an Air Force veteran as well. But I got these glasses, these super cool glasses up. So top star giver here today. We've already reached our star goal. Our star goal today was 2,200. So thank you to Brandon, who gave 4,200. Mike with 19 feet, or Faye with 10, with 1,000. Brian Lewis with 20, and Brandon Mahoney with 99. So thank you everybody who's giving stars. Remember, top star giver here today is going to go away with these cool ass sunglasses. These are NFL licensed.
Oh, nice.
With your own bag, man. You know what I mean?
That's nice, man. Hey, you know what you can put in? And get your hat on in style, baby. You get to pick one of those today. So we appreciate everybody tuning in on Supporter Saturdays here. Now, we were talking about bookies. I'm sorry, Emmett. Yeah, I just think, it's a play on, Emmett's the GOAT. He had a lot of yards. What happens in daily fantasy sports? Anybody who catches or runs or scores, you get points. I mean, it ain't rocket science. Who else would be up there, man? You know what I mean? There's other statistically
they had
probably.
Allen in there. They had Bob Lilly. I placed the link in the supporter group over there. It's a pretty lengthy study. They go in and talk about Troy Aikman and some of the different players who've had success there and maybe why they didn't get picked based on this analysis from bookies. I just find it ironic that sports betting is now all over the NFL and ESPN, where in 2016 in Washington State, they were trying to lobby laws to charge you with a felony if you advertise for daily fantasy sports on any television airwaves in Washington State.
that fell out real quick, my friend. There's enough money to go around.
That's why you follow us here, baby, so we stay tapped in. But I appreciate everybody on YouTube. That's my girl over there, the prototype. She says, I like the guided because of all the info they gave. There you go. Great point. Thank you for tuning in. Different perspective there. When you get the guided tours like Sarah's talking about, you got somebody giving you a bunch of information about what's at this location or what's going on. Now, when I did the tour, something totally different of the Star, you got to take that guided tour of the Star, because that's how I learned about the orange being thrown at Drew Pearson during the Hail Mary. For those of y'all really tapped in, how many of y'all know about the orange that got through at Drew against the Minnesota Vikings when he caught that Hail Mary from Roger Staubach in 75? As we tap in here on Supporter Saturdays today. But thank you to the 116 supporters that got us lit here today. We're on Supporter Saturdays talking about rally days. I need 4 more supporters, baby, to hit my goal. Come on. Congratulations to Tony and Joy, brand new supporters in the group over there. Get your chance to win this quest for the 6th. And thank you for all those folks donating stars. Bob, what you got going on over there today for game day, man? Anything special?
Nothing too special. I'm tempering my special football expectations. The thing is that we all know it's preseason, so we go in head first knowing this is a Dallas Cowboys game, but we forget real quick that it ain't going to be any starters, and it really ain't going to be nothing worth watching. A lot of the stuff is going to be second, third stringers. A lot of it could be offensive, defensive coordinators calling plays when they wouldn't normally. A lot of weird stuff's going on, but no matter what, I still treat it as a Dallas Cowboy game. So I will be probably, I don't know if we're going to get any food to match San Diego or anything like that, but we're going to do something. I'm definitely stopping by my dispensary before the game because I'm getting low.
Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, like I said, follow me on Instagram at Official America's Team in story mode. It's on right now. It's on and popping. I just started. You got about an hour left before the first one ends. You can watch that 24-hour series behind the scenes at SoFi Stadium. Take a tour. Put some reels up. Good quality video. If you're on Instagram, go over there and check it out. So shout out to all of my West Coast Cowboy fans tapping in here today. Make sure y'all share this video on the West Coast, baby. It's going to be live. I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of ironic. You know, we got the game at 7 p.m. Did you take note of that, Bob?
7 p.m.?
Yeah, you know, we're the late game.
Yeah. A preseason late game. So we're somehow going to clock ratings on a preseason game on a Saturday night. They're not stupid, man. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. As Caitlin's checking in here today, big Green Bay supporter, we see you down there in Corpus. She says a chance to check out that wide receiver depth chart turns out. Hey, man, I've heard stock in Simi Fioco and especially Dennis Houston have skyrocketed. Well, mainly Dennis Houston.
I mean, Simi has definitely been a something we expected to get better. I think I was scared of him getting buried in a depth chart like anybody who played behind Witten on our team because we had Cooper. We had some names in front of him, but it's good that since when these veterans move out, it gives these young kids time to shine. And Simi's definitely a name that we're hearing about. I'm scared, man. I'm scared because what we're gonna have to watch today is Cooper Rush throw this ball to these people, and it's an unfair thing to have to see because these wide receivers are so much better than what's going to be thrown at their ass today. So we need to temper our expectations. But yes, the wide receiver group is definitely something we all are watching because we all are worried. You don't want to say it. I'll say it for us. We are all a little worried.
Well, I'm only worried about one thing. Are we going to be the most penalized team in the league again after preseason week 2? That's my question. Because if we are, oh my God, the sky is going to fall. Did you hear what Mike McCarthy had to say about last game? Well, it's just preseason.
That's like saying, it is just preseason, but it also sounds like, it's just a game. In which case, we know that it ain't just a game. At least not to us. Definitely not to the people who are clocking $2-3 million a year on it.
Well, what about the Baltimore Ravens, man? We talked about that, and thank you chimed in on that show. The Baltimore Ravens won, I don't know, a gazillion games in preseason, but they ain't won no Super Bowl yet. So does winning preseason games really matter to the Cowboy fans out there stressing? You know what I mean? We could still lose, and we could win the most important games of the season. That's all that matters. We could lose all the preseason games. I mean, that's typically kind of what Dallas does anyway, right?
I'll tell you this, there's something to be taken out of that, though, as well. And as much as I don't love talking good about other teams in the NFL, there's something to be said about a team who's consistently, since 2015, has their team ready in preseason to win games. That's actually kind of impressive if you think about that. Now, really, it's more about the coaches and who they're playing in these games, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're running up the score at the beginning and then kind of garbage timing the rest of the way out, we don't know. But a win is a win is a win, and the coaches have these guys prepared to win. And to have them win every game in preseason since 2015, there's something to say good about that. But yeah, does it mean anything? Not in the grand scheme of the regular season, but at least shows the culture.
Who they playing? Don't they got a weak division up there?
Yeah,
no, they got the Bills in that division, don't they?
Let me see. Who is that? You said Bills?
Isn't that the AFC North or something like that?
Yeah, man. Well, I'll tell you what. For as much as I know about the NFC East, I know nothing about anything else in the NFL, man.
And Caitlin's right on top of you with that. Says Dallas lost all 4 preseason and won the division last year.
Yeah, see, there's a different story with Dallas in preseason too. I truly believe, as a lifelong, almost 50-year-old fan, that Jerry and the coordinators don't really like showing too much in the preseason. They hate doing it in practice for sure. That's why cameras are limited. I think that may be a CBA thing. But more than anything, Jerry hates showing what's in the Swiss Army knife. He doesn't want to show you the scissors, the toothpick, and all this shit. He's just going to show you the knife and maybe a different couple of other things. But he's really close to the chest with his cards, man. So we really have nothing to go on in preseason as opposed to regular season.
I agree with you. And there's the star count right there for those live on the show. So thank you for all those folks who have given stars here. Let's get a quick breakdown right quick. We got King Sharon at 6,400, Brian Luce 2,400, Mike Bear 2,100, kind of neck and neck there. Fee, we see you with 1,000, and Matt Boone 676. I see you, Matt Boone, tapping back in here today, baby, from Sacramento.
Be red.
Go ahead, Bob. What'd you say?
No, I was just shouting out, be red.
Yeah.
He knows I love yelling that.
Remember what's at stake here today. We're talking about the GOAT. We're 22 days away from Sunday Night Football, and are we going to run the damn ball, or are we going to stop the damn ball, or are we going to do both? That's my question, and if Top Stars here tune in today, you're going to be able to pick your choice of this hat and to get these cool-ass certified NFL sunglasses to go with it, baby. So look real good out there this season with your cap and glasses. Get your stars on fb.com/stars. As we're on game day here today with Supporter Saturday.
Hey, Sam Harris, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, man. All right, look, and I'm not telling you I forgot that, but I am going to tell you that other than that game right there that you're pointing out, we can't count on one hand many more that he did that for us in. So, granted.
We're talking about 5 rings. We're talking about Cooper Rush winning against the Vikings. You know what I mean? It's like old news. Like that feather in his cap, I think, is blown out, especially after this first preseason game. I mean, I don't know. We're going to have to see today. There was a good report coming out of Costa Mesa. Zeke was popping folks. They said Michael was chasing down gazelles. And, you know, they was getting chippy out there. And they said they had a really good practice. Stevens actually came out on record, Stephen Jones, saying that Dak has looked the best in this training camp than he has ever. And I don't know if that holds any weight. But I don't know if we're going to see him against the Sea Chickens. I know we're not going to see him today either. We've heard maybe Zeke and Dak against the Seahawks, but now we're hearing possibly maybe not till week 1, 9-11 against them Bucks.
I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't want it any other way, man. If we're going as far as to cut off a preseason game out of the season so that we can sort of hold the longevity of our players, then there's really no reason to mess with your starters. And you know, unless we had a brand new OC, some brand new implementation of plays that were not normally in our playbook, I really don't think there's any reason to have starters playing in these games, because it's really just a chance for those guys to get hurt. That's all it is. We know it doesn't matter. Why get them hurt?
Yeah, now folks have heard my perspective on that. You know, difference in leadership, difference in personnel moves and how they operate. Why do some teams play their starters when others clearly don't? Why shouldn't all teams have that mentality of protecting their starters? Why do we see some teams out there, and from your point of view, Bob, so you can share with the audience here, why do you think they're out there playing the first string?
You know, like I said, I think maybe some, and it's all a cultural thing. So it depends on what the team is and what their culture is. Some cultural teams are saying to themselves, we don't let up. We don't give these stars a chance to sit back and rest. We're not going to make them think of this as some sort of a glorified practice session. We're going to make them believe this is a game they have to win and see what kind of fight they have in them. So there's some teams I think like to test their players, and that's a good culture, I think. Ours is a little different, and ours is a culture that cannot be duplicated. There's just not another team that does what we do. Unfortunately, that may be good for them in some ways. But, yeah, I think the reason they keep the starters in is to keep them tested and probably to see what the rookies can do with a starter in.
Well, I got a question for you. Your guy was in the media. You know, our guy. You know, I love all my 88s, baby. But your guy, Michael Irvin, came out and said something on First Take the other day, which, by the way, 23rd and 24th, you got to go over to the Star. So all the Cowboy fans out there locally, make sure you go to the Star. They're going to have First Take out there. Our favorite hater, SAS, is going to be over there. But his partner on that show, you know, your guy, Michael Irvin, he came out and had this to say. And I want to know, what is your thoughts on what Michael Irvin, the playmaker, had to say?
If the Dallas Cowboys clean up those penalties, I don't have a really good. He's losing his voice in his late age. the Dallas Cowboys clean up those penalties, they will be chasing the undefeated 1972. So first of all, we need to thank ourselves every single day that we have got a Super Bowl winning Dallas Cowboy champion in the media championing our team, no matter how good or bad they look. This guy is going to never say anything really bad about our team, no matter what. He may say some damning things, but that are probably true. But he's always going to cheerlead for this squad, and he is the heartbeat of the Dallas Cowboys even 20 years after his retirement. It's an amazing thing. We should really be praising the fact that we've got a Michael Irvin to champion our team.
Do you think maybe he's trying to use the media with that to motivate this team? Possibly, kind of like, as a Laker fan, I know you're a big Heat fan over there, but as a Laker fan, when I followed Phil Jackson as the coach, I read his book there dealing with all of the star power and prima donnas in LA. You know what I mean? Is there any connection there? You know what I mean? With what's going on?
It's possible. Lord knows that people hear him. His voice is loud enough. So if you've got a loud enough voice and you're reaching people, why not put something out there that maybe hits one of the kids in the locker room like, shit, I could be part of this. See, we don't understand. There's so many different elements that have to take place in order for you to be a Super Bowl winning team. And it has everything to do with the vibe of the stadium that day you're playing, all the way to how much you prepared. So there's a lot of small parts that have to do with it. And maybe he's just trying to contribute, he's definitely trying to contribute to the possibility of us going back to the Super Bowl, because he's tired of seeing it like we are.
Yeah, man, we're on Supporter Saturday here today. That's my cowboy cousin over there, Bob the Cannabis Cowboy. We were just up here talking shit, swallowing spit. It's game day, baby, against them Chargers at SoFi Stadium, man. We've been talking about rally days here today, so we know we got the away game at SoFi. But you got Jerry's World next week. You got the game on Friday with the Seahawks at AT&T Stadium. Make sure all the supporters go to the supporter group. If you're a Green Badge, just became a Green Badge today, it'll put you in that group. That's where I put all my exclusive information to take care of my supporters. I don't post all that here so y'all can fix a plate at the barbecue and take a bottle and you walk off. Y'all know how y'all do.
Yo, man, bring something. Bring something.
Like they show up at lot 10 and lot 11, they got their church clothes on. Next thing you know, they got a plate. They got something to drink. We're taking some photos with them boys. And next thing you know, we see them scoot off to the stadium.
Bye-bye.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Let's go pitch in for the content around here, baby. We need all of us need each of us. I need 4 more brand new supporters. Hit that green badge. Help me reach my goal here today on Supporter Saturday.
Sam and B Red got some shit they're talking for sure. That's the truth. One thing definitely, penalties is about discipline. See, this is the other thing. So I'm not going to go deep into this. I'm just going to make a quick statement. The reason why we don't have that kind of discipline is we don't have that kind of disciplinarian. The reason why we don't have that kind of disciplinarian is because we got that kind of owner, and that's it. 100%, that's it. So we want to talk about all these cultural differences, but they just can't happen because under the current ownership, he won't hire anybody who will take the reins. He won't pull back and let somebody else fill because it's his team. I get it, I think, but that's a tough one, man. You're right. Why? And at some point you got to question, well, why is my coach letting this happen? We don't hear those conversations.
Look, man, if we're gonna have the same referee this week we had last week that got us, I'm gonna say the fix is in. But boy, if McCall. Uh-oh. We come out of there the most penalized. I know we had a little. Go ahead.
I think you're good. Can
you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we had a little interruption there. I don't know what happened. Gotta probably thank Comcast on that one. But like I was saying, if we lead the league in penalties again this preseason game, week 2, Lord have mercy. I
think we got BG freezing. Is BG freezing for y'all, or is it just me? We're good. I think we had another little hiccup, but it ain't bad. It ain't bad.
Yeah, we've been live here about 44 minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up. Though I appreciate you joining me. We've been talking about rally days here today, and like I said, coming into this game for the Chargers, I don't know if you're gonna be available, but I will be live, especially during halftime for a halftime tap in. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Be live for post game, most likely, unless something comes up. And in true fashion, there's a Hail Mary on the line before we get out of here today.
There he is. That's it. Did I wake him up? My bad if I woke you up, homie.
Top of the morning to you.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Got you.
Can you hear me?
Got you.
Got you.
I can't hear y'all though. Hold on. I can't hear y'all.
It's all good.
Can you hear me?
Now?
Yes.
All right, we're just gonna do it like that. Guess what? The problem.
Yeah. See, that's creator shit right there, man. You jumped over you jumped right over it.
This was the problem. You got to plug the headphones in, bro.
They work much better that way, man.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video that said if you plug them in, it works better that way. I had to watch.
YouTube doesn't lie all the time.
You know what I'm saying? YouTube is, man, praise God for YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would not have known. Plug the headphones in and you can hear out of them. It's amazing.
Hey, check it out. I'm glad that you actually got a chance to join us here. We got some folks donating some stars here. I told them Top Star Giver is going to walk away with your hat, one of your hats today. I'm glad that you joined because I really just wanted to ask you, as a creator, how do you come up with an idea of a hat and how do you make it come to fruition, man? Because a lot of folks out there are just having problems creating content, but here we got some creators that create products.
I think you just kind of go with the flow, man. Like, I've had several ideas as far as like branding and things like that and things I wanted to do. I just think this was just the one that kind of took off, you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of fit the tone and everything that we was doing at the time. You know what I'm saying? But, I've had several things that I've wanted, like my first one was slap yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that's what actually brought West Coast into the game, you know what I'm saying? But everybody gets all in their feelings when I tell them to slap themselves. So, I kind of whether you Cowboy fan or no Cowboy or anybody, everybody gets in their feelings when I be like slap yourself. So I was like, I gotta go with something a little bit more, something a little bit more uniformital. You know what I'm saying? I just made that word up. But uniformital,
you do that a lot. I see you do that a lot. Actually, it's pretty.
Hey, yeah,
good.
Man, because the English dictionary is not, the English vocabulary is definitely not big enough for West Coast. So every now and then you got to interject your own word. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones does it all the time, man. Like Jerry Jones says stuff that we have no clue what he's saying, and everybody just kind of shakes their head like, yeah.
That's some Jerry-isms, man.
Yeah, Jerry. Like I don't know what he said, but it just feels good.
I think those lines that you come up with, the run the damn ball, that's the stuff that you wind up yelling when you're at training camp and you're watching them practice. I guarantee you, it just gets ingrained in your head from you saying it so much. You're like, that's got to go on a T-shirt and a hat right now.
Facts. I think it always starts out like that. It always starts out like, I'm not really big on like using like foul language. That's why the DAM is spelled exactly the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to, I got a lot of kids, man. So, I want to make sure I'm watching the things I say. So, yep. That's slap yourself. That was my way of, we in my house, we don't believe in telling you to shut up. We don't say those words. You know what I'm saying? So, we always have to come up with little ingenious words. Like, we don't say kill, we say oof. You know what I'm saying? So that's where slap yourself came. Slap yourself was kind of like my way of telling you to kind of like, not necessarily shut up, but like kind of like, bro, go check yourself. Like slap yourself. Like you slap yourself. And then run the damn ball. I think football kind of invented run the damn ball. I think I just was the dude that put it on a hat. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I've like run the damn ball is like, I had to understand that's even though I put it on a hat, that's a universal saying, man. Because like at some point of a football game, man, at one side of the offenses, one side of the fandom is gonna be screaming, "Hey, man, why don't y'all just run the damn football, man?" Because no matter what team it is, bro, like every team loses that focus. We're at every level, high school. I've seen Michigan wear it. I saw at IMG, that high school in Florida, wear run the damn ball hats, and then we saw the Philadelphia Eagles also make a very portion of it. So a lot of people. Say that one more time.
I said slap yourself. Over the last 2 years, it's gotten loud in the media. You know what I mean? Especially with the run the damn ball. At least I've noticed.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you got to think like this, man. If running the damn ball is just not I try to make it seem like it's something that the Cowboys can use to make us successful. But man, you know, if the Eagles look like a way better team last year when they ran the ball. That's all I'm gonna say. We ain't gonna say nothing positive about the Eagles, but all I'm gonna say is they did look like a better team last year when they ran the ball, and it just seems like almost every team looks like a better team when they run the ball. So, you know, it's just a matter of they wanting to do it or not. But I mean, that's just, you know, my goal. My thing is just even in content creating, like you know, if everybody's doing one thing, I want to do some of it, but I don't want to do exactly what they're doing, man, because the goal of content, like the reason I got into content creating is because I felt that there was nobody doing what I was doing. So then it defeats the purpose for me to then get into content creator and then do what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that's something that, you know, and when you're getting into content and when you're getting into anything, is just kind of like understanding what's working for everybody, because if it's working for everybody, that means it will work for you. But at the same time, also putting your own creative juices on it so that we know it's specifically just for you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember watching you in 16 with a Bacon Neck t-shirt and your glasses on in your car going live with a notebook and a pencil.
Sir.
And I said, man, this dude is at training camp taking notes on the Cowboys. Like, this shit is hardcore, man.
Some people do it differently.
Man, I had to add you to the group.
Yeah, man. You know, I've always, man, you know, the Cowboys have just, you know, obviously they've always been my favorite team, you know, so that's just been something easy for me. You know, I mean, I know the first day that I ever went live, because, you know, the first day I ever went live was the very first day, you know, Facebook actually ever had the feature. Like, I remember getting in, because back then they didn't even send you a notification. They sent you an email, you know what I'm saying? And then I got an email from Facebook saying, you know, that I had got approved for this feature, man. And, you know, it just kind of went from then. Like, to be honest with you, like when I went live for the first time, like I wasn't even trying to talk about the Dallas Cowboys, but at that time when they did it, you know, off season had just began. So it was like literally the only thing that I had to really talk about. Like, I didn't really have anything else. I was selling cell phones and I knew nobody interested in that. You know what I'm saying? So like literally I just went live, sat there for a couple minutes, and then the first thing I started talking about was literally the Dallas Cowboys. And then that just turned into me just going. It literally started off as a rant, and then it turned into, you know, it progressed into like a show, I guess you would say.
You know how they say you get it out the mud?
Yeah.
That's how you get it out the stream.
I like that.
You know, teamwork make the stream work, man. I appreciate you being able to join us here today, man, especially tapping in on the late. I had Bob coming up on here. I knew you were busy. Give us your thoughts before we get out of here today on the game. I know you'll be at the game, correct? And, you know, tell us what you got going on out there, where you can point some folks in traffic in the right direction for the game today.
Shoot, man, I'll be leaving my house here about like 1 o'clock. I'll be getting to LA about like 2:30. I'm gonna be going to SFDC's event. You know, I got a couple of jerseys I'm gonna sell up there for a couple hours, maybe about 2 hours. I'm only gonna be up there for maybe like 2. It starts at 2:30. The actual kickoff in LA is at what time?
No, it's a night game, bro. I think they moved it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm having a confusion if it's at 7 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, I think it starts at 7. Yeah.
It's 7 o'clock kickoff in California.
Yeah,
it is. It's because it's 8 o'clock my time, and I'm Mountain.
Okay, so it's 7. So then it's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock in my time, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 7 o'clock my time. So then I got to change my schedule a little bit. So yeah, so we will be on time. I like to be fashionably late, but we're not gonna be fashionably late today. So I will be getting there about 2:30, and then we'll be there till about like 5:30, and then I'm a mic from 5. Then I need to get into the stadium about 6. So yeah, I'll be in the stadium by like 6 o'clock. At least if the game starts at 7, I'll be in the stadium at least by 6 o'clock. But but I'm gonna have some streams going on. I'm gonna go out there and show some love to SFDC. Go show them some love. You know, Lewis always shows me some love. Also, shout out to Michelle, Miss Michelle. What's up with you, Michelle? I see you over there, and Miss Cortez and Brandon Knight, Shireen Roddock. I see you over there watching on the Built For page. I want to show y'all some love. But yeah, I'll be out there today. I'm gonna just be like today, man. Like I know I'm gonna be out there from 2:30 to the end of the game. So just kind of turn on your notifications. I'll be live throughout the game, depending on the service they give us. I'm bringing the kids today, so you know today is definitely going to be about making sure the kids have a great time. But I'm gonna bring y'all some content today. And as far as the game, I'm just looking to see us improve on things that I felt that we didn't do well last week, like pass block. If we do pass block, I definitely want to see the kicker kick. I know it's a weird thing to say, but I do want to see my kicker kick today because that's a problem that we've had in the kicking game.
Right.
And then I want to see if on defense, I want to see if the defense can continue to be able to stop the run, because they did a really good job of stopping the run last week. You had your first team, second team, you had your second team and your third team defense play last week, and between probably 40 different dudes that played last week, they only gave up 1.2 yards. So I definitely want to see if that's an anomaly. And then I'll give you a free one. A free person that I'm watching today is Mr. Dennis Houston. Dennis Houston has been absolutely balling out in training camp, but now I'm at the point in life where I need to call his bluff. Like, I love Dennis Houston. I think he's a great kid. I think he's going to be a great Dallas Cowboy, but I got to call this young man's bluff today, or he's going to call my bluff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those times where it's like, I need to see if all the stuff you're doing in training camp, is that just to try to show West Coast off, is you really trying to make it in the NFL? You feel me? And I need the Dallas Cowboys to give him the ball so that we can also see that too.
That's what I was gonna say, man. But I mean, you got Cooper Rush throwing to him, right? I mean, how
Dude, it don't matter, man. It don't even matter, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing. He knew going to this game Dak wasn't gonna be throwing the ball anyway. So it's like,
I mean, I know we know that, but I'm just saying, to his campaign, does that really help? Like, if you're a receiver,
yeah, Cooper, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Cooper Rush is the best throwing. Cooper Rush is the best throwing quarterback on this team. He throws a better ball than Dak Prescott, Will Greer, all them dudes. He is a better thrower of the football. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't necessarily mean he's a better quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. This is the thing about it. Like, Cooper Rush had 3 quarters with a bad offensive line. Ben DiNucci had a quarter with an offensive line who had just played bad for three quarters. So it's like, did we also notice that the offensive line looked better toward the end of the game because they had played more? Like, I tell everybody this: if you would have switched Ben DiNucci and had Ben DiNucci start and Cooper Rush play the second quarterback coming in, Cooper Rush would have looked better than Ben DiNucci. That was the first offense. And you got to think like this: 2 of the guys that played on our offensive line had never even played in that position before. Tyler Smith had never played in that position before. You know what I'm saying? Then you had Josh Bell, who came off injury last year, who was hurt all last year. That was his first time ever playing. You had 2 guys who had never played. You had 2 guys who had never played in the NFL because it was their first time playing. Then you had 3 guys who had never even played that position. The only reason why Cooper Rush looked bad, to be honest with you, is because the offensive line and everything around him. I promise you this right here. I'm not saying I promise you, but I have a strong feeling Cooper Rush is going to look a lot better today. You know what I'm saying? And the reason being is because everything around him is going to look better.
Hopefully the whole squad look better.
But I'm gonna just tell y'all some real stuff. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff. I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff though. I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff though. But talking about backup quarterback ain't really even worth talking about, because Cooper Rush, Ben DiNucci, or Will Greer, if Dak Prescott goes down, we are talking about draft content. That's just what it is. Like, I don't want nobody to even try to, because we already tried to Dak go down and then bring in a backup quarterback. Like, if we were a team that ran the ball 30, 40 times, then I can legitimately say that, yeah, if Dak goes down, we're just going to run the ball and just get out of here and have some cheap games. But even with backup quarterbacks, your offensive coordinator still threw the ball 30 and 40 times. So it's like, if that's going to be the mindset, it doesn't really matter. The only quarterback that really matters is Dak Prescott. That's it.
All right, so getting off the backups. Now, we led the league in penalties last week. What's going to be your response if we happen to lead the league in penalties again this week? It's
expected, because the team is young. Like, I'm sorry, fellas, but this is kind of what we when you put kids in charge of an organization, you got to kind of understand what comes with that. If we wanted to really improve. If we wanted to improve penalties, we wouldn't have made our team young. Like, that's not a way you improve penalties. You know what I'm saying? What we did in the offseason will actually cause more penalties, because we're a younger team than we were last year. So it's like, if you have a younger team than last year, I cannot expect that a younger team is going to have less penalties. No, I just think that we're just going to have to be better at overcoming the penalties. The penalties are still going to be there. I don't believe that he is able to fix the penalties, because I don't think it's something that they can fix. I think if it was something they could fix, I think they would fix it. Like, I definitely think, like, if it was just execution or just yelling at folks more or even finding people more, I definitely think that they would do that more. You know what I'm saying?
How is it that's being reported Zach Martin got less holding calls than he does Pro Bowls?
Because Zach Martin is different, because Zach Martin's gonna have we only have one Zach Martin. So, Like you can't really use Zach Martin as an example.
How many calls Zach can still be elusive? How come Zach don't get no calls that everybody else does? Like
you got to think Zach isn't going to get calls like that because Zach isn't going to get that one-on-one. Like the average defense, like if I'm a defensive line, why would I go mess with Zach Martin when I can go mess with Steele, Connor Williams? Like defense is not about, like people always think that defense is about lining against your best guy. That's not what defense is really about. Defense is really about me finding your weak link and putting my strongest guy on him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why defense went after Connor Williams, because he was the weak link. It's like, why would you waste your time going after Zach Martin? You know he's not gonna make no mistakes. You want to waste your time and your efforts going against the weak links, and the weak links was Connor Williams and your tackles.
Damn, I mean, I'm just saying, Zach probably sitting over there like, man, it ain't on me.
But I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Zach got to keep his mouth closed too, because Zach be looking bad too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you. The only difference between Zach Martin is he has that respect factor on him, man. But Zach be getting his ass handed to him too, man. I got a video of Chauncey Ghostin going. Listen to me, Zach is a dog, but Zach got 2 more years, man. He got 1 more year of being Zach. Then everything after that, he's gonna be Tyron Smith.
In light of the penalties, I don't know, Bob. What's your thoughts on it? You know what I mean? How could Zach
I got 2 more minutes though.
That's cool. You can jump off when you're done. I know you're busy, baby, but I want to get Bob's thoughts on this right quick. What's your thoughts on the penalties, man? About Zach having less penalties than Pro Bowls, and then us being the most penalized team in the league last year.
I mean, overall, we're talking about probably like Tyson was saying. Really, it has a lot to do with you two. These guys they're going to cost us more in yards than they are in dollars against the salary cap. But we're also talking about Zach Martin too. So there's not many Zach Martins. There's only one in the league, and so to try and get into that mindset and to try and be that person is going to be tough. So it's just a testament to why he is what he is. But yeah, he's the leader that should be showing you, look. You just keep kind of approaching the game the way I approach it. Maybe you can get to where I am right now. But, like West Coast is saying, man, they're young.
Hey, but Bob, I'm going to tell you too, though. Like, we also got to think about Cowboy Nation. Like, we want changes that we didn't actually put effort in changing. Yeah. Like, we want to stop penalties, but what did we do? Like me, I don't expect for the Cowboys to stop the penalties. What I expect, it's like a guy going to jail. When you go to jail, man, you either become one or two things. You either become a Christian or you become a better criminal. That's just one of the 2 things, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys, bro, we didn't go to mass on Sundays. We didn't go to church hall on Thursday. We didn't do none of that. We didn't get that little Bible. We didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have the choice to become Christians because our celly is actually a mastermind crook. So guess what we about to do? We about to learn how to be better at what we do. So to be honest with you, like the Cowboys, we don't have the luxury of trying to stop the penalties. What we got to learn how to do is 1 or 2 things. Better at not getting caught with the penalties, because guess what? You can still penalize and just don't get caught. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, if you're getting penalized, if that's going to be like the coaches always would tell us in high school in the basketball game, if the rest was on our ass, you have to get past that because you're not going to win. We got to figure out. You either got to get better at hiding the penalties, or you just got to get flat out better at taking it or at getting the penalties back, recovering the penalties. Like listen to me. If we're the worst team in football, then guess what that also means? There's a second worst team. There's a second worst team. That means there's a third worst team. So that means there are teams that have penalties that are overcoming it. The problem with the Cowboys is we're having penalties and we're not overcoming it. You know what I'm saying? We could be the most penalized team in football. We just got to overcome it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get an offsides and it's 1st and 15, do we still try to run the ball on a play that only gets you 4 yards? But now, or on 1st and 15, now that you know it's 1st and 15, do you go deep? So how do we get the rest of them guys on that offensive line to, even though we know Zach's not in traffic that much, how do they develop that mindset of
it's not just the offensive line though, because you had 10 penalties on the defense. There were 17 penalties.
Okay, let's talk offensive line. On the offensive side of the line, then. How do they
there's nothing. Listen, you guys, there is nothing to do to fix the offensive line. There's no fix. They have to play more. That's just how it is. They need experience. You have a guard who's only played guard for 1 game in his career and has only played tackle for 26 games in his total life. That's your first round pick. You have Terrence Steele who's starting for the first time. You have Zach Martin who is declining. You have Tyler Byas who is not a good center, and then you have Tyron Smith, who if you breathe on him wrong, he gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's too much transition. There's too much stuff going on for the Cowboy Nation to expect our offensive line to be good. I don't expect for them to be good. What I expect for them to do is
they get penalized. Hell, they could be half good. Just
yeah, but listen, there's no fix to it. Like the only thing the Cowboys offensive line, this is a line that you need time.
So we come out this week, preseason game, week 2 in preseason, and we're the most penalized team again in the league. I mean, can you imagine the rhetoric we're going to hear?
Yeah, but Cowboys fans is going to deal with it because this is what we decided to go through.
Yeah,
this is what we decided to go through, though. Like if we really didn't want to deal with that, then we would have did something about it. Like we would have gotten veteran players. That would have been a focus more, but that wasn't a focus more. And to be honest with you, when you have young players, penalties is just something that comes with it. Like
that focus was getting the money right.
Yeah, the focus was not the focus. This is just the aftermath of the decisions you made. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't the league mainly going young? I mean, look at the cultures.
The league is. It don't matter what the league is going young. Listen to me. It doesn't matter what the league is doing. What are you trying to do? I thought we were trying to win a Super Bowl.
The Cowboys are not the youngest team in the league. If the second not youngest team.
Yeah, but listen to me. My question is this. That's why and I'm gonna leave it with this right here. At the end of the day, my ask to Cowboy Nation is this: if you are trying to win a Super Bowl, and we already know that they only give out one ring to one team, why does it matter what the rest of the NFL is doing? Because think about this: at the end of the season, 31 teams are going to get it wrong anyway. So you might as well just do what works for you. Because think about this: you can copy the entire league from top to bottom, and 31 teams are going to lose regardless. One team is still going to win the Super Bowl. So that means at the end of the day, there's only going to be one team to win it. So realistically, the math says do it your way. Because if you copy them, more people are going to lose than more people are going to win. So that's why I'm saying, like, we got
to say, okay, we're going to swallow the penalties because we're young. We just got to live with that.
Yes, because that's because that's what you got. That's what Jerry Jones. We don't have a choice. It's like if you jump in a boat if you get into a boat that you can clearly see has a hole, you have to deal with the water that comes into the boat. Now you can get mad at the boat, but I mean, you also got to get mad at yourself for picking the boat. Like, what you gonna get mad at the boat for? The boat had a hole when you jumped in the boat. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be better at picking better boats. You know what I'm saying? Like the boat.
Jerry don't know how to pick no boats.
No, what I'm saying is they did pick listen, you had a better option, but that's not the option they picked. They picked the option they picked a cheaper boat because it was better for their finances. They said, listen, the options was you can have a boat that has a hole in it, but you're going to save $50 million. Or you can pay for that boat over there that costs $50 million. You know what the Cowboys said? The Cowboys said, well, we're only going down the road, so maybe we can get down the road before the boat actually sinks. Guess what?
Yep.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works, but I'm going to tell you sometimes what else happens. Sometimes you're in that boat and only a little bit of water's coming, and then a current comes and pushes you further out. Now you're thinking, damn, I didn't expect that. This boat's not going to last for that. Exactly.
All right,
so that's why I say
out there, baby. We got Brandon King sharing with 4,900. Top star giver here today is going to walk away with the run the damn ball hat. We got the creator on the line with us today, West Coast Cowboys. So shout out to Mike Bear with 2,900. Brandon with 4,400. That is the star count here before we get out of here today.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, man, that was pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go live on my live stream right now, man, West Coast Cowboy, man. So, I mean, if y'all want to tap in over there, y'all more than welcome to tap in.
Appreciate you tapping in with us, man. Looking for
man.
It's
been a minute. Man. Been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. So, hey, man, you already know what it is. Run the damn ball and catch me on all platforms, West Coast Cowboy.
All right, man. Appreciate them, Cap.
Later, bro.
You heard it, man. We're there. We've been live with over an hour here now, Bob.
Yeah, man. I got to break out. It's time to go.
Me too, man. I got something. I got the smoke. I done roll one up over here with West Coast. You know, he long winded. Shout out to the guy over there. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. So, hey, we're just young and we're going to take the penalties. That's the bottom line. And it's been Supporter Saturday. We've been talking about Emmitt Smith. We've been talking about Rally Days. Had a couple of special guests. So thank you for everybody that gave stars. It looks like Brandon's going to walk away with it. He's got 4,400. Mike Barrett, 29. Michelle Thompson with 20. 2,000 stars. Pete with 1,000. Brian, Sam, and Randy, thank you all for donating stars here on Supporter Saturday. Make sure turn on your notifications. We're going to be live for the halftime tap in and most likely for the post-game reaction with Bob and myself. Right, Bob?
Yeah, man.
Good deal, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all turn on notifications. It's your boy, BG the Cowboys Unifier. He's Bob the Cannabis Cowboy. We'll
Keep growing, baby. Keep growing.